Well, here at McWhorter, our theme, our mission statement is preparing pharmacists to transform lives. And SNPhA is really a great platform for students to do that because they're going out and actually serving the underserved communities.
Because it's like a family, honestly. That was the big thing for me. Like, I liked all the other organizations, they were great. But with SNPhA, it felt more of like we were doing what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be doing with my career, like reaching out towards the community and helping underprivileged areas and then helping students coming up, which is a big deal for me. I'm Sean Long, and I'm transforming lives through SNPhA.
It just instills something into me that lets me know that this is what I'm here for. Pharmacy is not about counting pills in the pharmacy at Walmart or Rite Aid. It lets me know that I'm giving back to the community and doing something that will make my parents and my grandparents really proud. I'm Caitlin Jones, and I'm transforming lives.
I think SNPhA makes a huge impact by helping out at different health screenings and community outreach events. Patients usually come up to us and tell us about their different blood glucose levels and their blood pressures and how we've helped them keeping on track and actually lower some of these numbers, and they seem really appreciative. I'm Kiana Holloway, and I'm transforming lives.
We have the EAB clinic. Those are patients who, a lot of them are homeless. Some of them have mental disease and they're needing help. So our students are actually able to go out and transform those lives simply by offering care to these patients that would normally be forgotten.
I think the most memorable SNPhA event I've been to has had to be Perry County. We went down there and there were a lot more patients than I ever thought there would be. And there was one particular lady who had this huge binder of all of her health screenings that she had in the past, and just kind of flipped every page for us and just showed us how much of an impact we had and how everything was declining and she was doing much better. And so it really stuck with me.
When you go back to a place like Perry County or you go back to EAB and you see a patient that you saw before, and you can kind of like, the first time it's a little bit uncomfortable, but when they come back they start to recognize you and get familiar with you. And so that experience in and of itself to me is great. And the fact that they start to look at you as, instead of looking at you as a healthcare provider, they start to look at you as a friend, somebody that's advising them on what you think would be best for them. And that's where the relationships really start to build. I think it's kind of hard to describe them, but it's honestly a priceless thing.
With this experience, it's just making my whole 4 years here at Sanford at McWhorter School of Pharmacy complete, and it just makes me more excited to jump out into my field in the future and make a change in not only my life, but in others around me.
When I first got here, I had no idea that I would be really working with patients this early. And so to be a P1 last year and actually going out and doing blood pressures and screenings, it felt like we were really helping and definitely trying to save some lives and saving lives in the end. And it was a really big deal to me because I felt like we were actually doing something that mattered.
I don't think that there's another group that gives back quite in the same manner that SNPhA does. I mean, all the groups, they give back, but the way that SNPhA does, we target, specific areas like high school students that are underprivileged, that might not otherwise get the opportunity to learn about career fields like pharmacy and pursue them, and then underprivileged communities that might not get health care otherwise. So I don't know that there's an organization that gears in that specific direction quite like SNPhA does.
If it weren't for SNPhA, I would probably still be in the classroom, not having any idea what I want to do with my career path. SNPhA is pretty much put me where I want to be working in the future, and I'm really appreciative of it.
I would hope there would never be a world where SNPhA wasn't around.
I am so proud of the students in SNPhA. They have come a very long way. They have been very hard working, especially over the past few years.
I think if you've ever been able to witness what our students do, they don't look at it as I'm just going to a health fair or I'm looking at it to go and earn points for my chapter. They really form relationships with these patients, and I think it's going to transform not only our students' lives, but the lives of those patients, because they see too what a pharmacist can do and what can be offered by a pharmacist. So I think we're doing a really good job here with McWhorter and the SNPhA chapter that we have here.